we are always a little apprehensive about these 0 days. Tell us what's going on.
Yeah, Saturday, FireEye posted a blog article. They've detected a new 0-day exploit in Internet Explorer, and then Microsoft promptly followed it up with a security bulletin of their own. The exploit that they've seen in the wild is currently targeted at IE 9 through 11.
Mm-hmm.
The exploit bypasses both ASLR, that's address space layout randomization, and DEP. It is being used so far in targeted attacks. They sound kind of APT-ish, but we don't have a whole lot of detail on the attacks. Mm-hmm. But the vulnerability itself exists in all versions of Internet Explorer from 6 through 11. So this makes it the first significant vulnerability that we're aware of that is not going to be patched for IE general users who haven't upgraded from XP yet.
We could probably flash back to a previous episode where I said we probably have found most of the vulnerabilities that we're going to find with XP, but then we also talked about the Internet Explorer being possibly, if you're still using XP, perhaps should consider using a different browser. It seems like most of the issues that are discovered recently are associated with browsers.
So the current exploit that has been seen in the wild is also leveraging Flash to actually exploit the vulnerability within IE. So one of the workarounds for the particular exploit that has been seen in the wild is to disable Flash. Also, you can use Microsoft's EMET, the Enhanced Mitigation Experience Toolkit. The latest versions, 4.1 and 5, are both able to block this particular vulnerability from being able to be exploited. Now, earlier versions of EMET do not offer this protection, so you need to be up to the current versions, 4.1 or 5. It's gotten a lot of attention. The fact that Microsoft released their bulletin on a Saturday means they're taking it very seriously. Not sure if they're going to get an out-of-cycle patch for this one or whether it'll be in the regular Tuesday patches in May. It is one that is getting a lot of attention right now. So the other workarounds are obviously use a different browser other than Internet Explorer. But as FireEye pointed out, the versions that are being targeted in the wild right now constitute, in 2013, constituted 26% of the browsers being used out there. So it is something to be worried about. I expect we'll see, now that it's hit the press, we'll see more exploits targeting this vulnerability in the days to come.
Yeah, that's one of the things that I tend to get confused from time to time, Jim. I think you just sort of pointed out there is that there is a fundamental distinction between the vulnerability and the exploit itself, and that you can have multiple exploits that are targeting that vulnerability. You really have to capture the vulnerability or correct the vulnerability. And we're seeing one exploit that could certainly expand in terms of scope and could sort of hide under the covers if we're not careful about it.
Yeah, with the attention that it's got, I expect to see a lot more folks publishing exploit code here in the days to come.